Hello, Ezra, and you guys over at TwitchedOn Electronics. What I'm gonna do today is gonna go through a brief run through of your mockup for the app. I'm always apologizing for getting these things to you late, but it's a busy process, and even though it's just a mockup, I try to put a lot of work into it so that when you guys do say yes, I just have few things to do after that. Um, we're going to start with the first tab here, and the main idea of an app is that it's not just a mobile format of your website. It is indeed a functional piece of software that is available on a mobile device that uses the native functions of the device. So we're going to have some extra summaries that would not be available with just your mobile optimized website. Um, the first thing that we have here is updates, and the updates is a supplementary feature that I always add in to my apps that you can allow the users to access instant updates using a mobile web, and it's done via Twitter and RSS updates. We can explain this more in detail if you need me to. But in general, the app is used with push notifications, and those are the key to using an app wherein you can send instant blasts to all your users using the back office. And so the next step, and in our the next tab that we were looking at is the buy now is what I called it, but it is a general idea of using the phone again, the mobile device or the tablet device, to actually just do one touch buying instead of going through the sign up. That may be a issue for you where you may want them to still sign up, but once you have it says it's going to be it's this particular module uses PayPal only, and once you have the person's email address, and PayPal is fairly secure, you have lots of redresses that you can keep in touch with that buyer, and also protect yourself in case of fraud or anyone you know claiming that they have not received the product or whatnot. So it's more seamless, and the person does not have to necessarily have to sign up. And then the next tab, let's just go through before we go to the next tab. Let me go through and show you what it looks like. It's just a similar to your optimized website. I try to summarize some of the the categories because I recognize some are not there, and in my design, I'm not able to put in empty well, I said, I should say priceless items. If I put an item in here, it has to be bought. So I just summarize the idea, the items that are there, and I try to break down some of the categories, some of the overlapping categories. So you can see as we go through these ones here that I didn't put in all, but you can see what it will look like on the mobile device. And remember, the mobile device can be anything. It can be an iPad, it can be a playbook, it could be a tablet, anything that can run this particular program. I should say here, if it is a Apple device, it will be available from the App Store. If it's a Android enabled OS, it will be available from the Google Play's market. But the design or the development that I present to you has indeed the ability to be run on any mobile device's browser. So it resembles the app, and it will be able to run on the browser. And this brings me to the next tab, where I explain some of this in the description of the app in the About Us tab. I basically copied some of all of your information of your About Us on the website, but I prefaced it with the information about the app itself and how it runs. You're going to basically have three versions, as I'm saying here. an Apple, an Android, and a mobile web. Um, so there you will have all three versions, or any type of mobile device will be able to run this app. Um, that probably even includes Kindle and Nooks and anything that has the ability to go on the internet. And so the About Us describes this. And like I said in the first tab, there are certain limitations about a mobile web. Not an optimized website as which you have, which I might say is very, very good. But I'm talking about my development here of a mobile web, an app to resemble, I mean a website, sorry, to resemble the app that I'm presenting here, and it creates that versatility. But the problem is that some of the functions, some of the native functions, would be missing from the the mobile web version. But it is still a good thing to check out if you indeed um, want to create that versatility for your customers and so on. Um, as we move on, the contact us is a basic feature of any of my apps that will give you a one-touch contact with your buying public, or your just your followers, whoever uses this app. You can have 3 or 4 different ways to touch base with you. You have the view it on a map kind of thing, the address, and you also have view the website, email, and calling. Calling is will not work here in this emulator, but like I said, even in the mobile web, this is available. When you click on the call us, it may not work right now, but when you click on the call us, you will get an idea of how to call. The number will show up. If it's an Apple or an Android, if it's the app, then these things will invoke the phones. Or well, it is if it's a phone, is the device that you're using. It wouldn't work on an iPad because iPads don't have the ability to call numbers. But we're looking primarily at the functionality of a mobile device of a phone. Then it would be able to call that number. And the map, I try to pinpoint your direction as closely as you had it, and that will give them an idea of how to get there. The store hours and everything are here, all the way down to your live com chat feature. This may be a little bit dodgy in the mobile version, but it works still. If you click on it, you will see the function, and the function of the form comes up to get the information for the live chat. Um, the rest of the tabs are very informational, and some of them are very gonna create a lot of buzz and within your business, you through the app, meaning that these other tabs in the more expansion menu here, we have share app, we have the Facebook page, we have the Twitter page, we have another feature called fan wall. This utilizes the mobile devices. If there's a GPS functionality in the mobile device, it utilizes the GPS function where you can talk to people, and you can also be a fan, or you can make a testimonial. You can say something about the business depending on if you're in the locale. So primarily, if we set a radius for this particular function, then persons obviously in Barbados will have this function being used. They can say something, and it will probably say where they are and so on. It's kind of like a little, one of those features, those social features that make people say, well, look, I'm doing this, I'm here, and so it will create a buzz. Similarly, messages is just a more, it's kind of like less. It doesn't have the GPS, but it's less fancy, I should say. You can just simply send messages between users of the app. And if I can round it all off here now, there's one tab that I added. I don't know if you usually do this in your business, but I added a tab that would say send us a photo. So this was just a photo. If they want to, in terms of repair, they send you a photo, and you can email them back and tell them if you can handle it, or what's the problem, or it helps, and tell them they'll bring it in more or whatever. And I also put a part of it saying or before and after. So it seems as if they can also use this as a testimonial to you when they say, well, this is how my phone was before and this is how it is after, and it works. And then finally, just ability, because the since I'm not going to list all the store, well, right now, in this markup version, not all are there, but I do not intend in developing it to put in all. And even you should, I recommend that you shouldn't put in all, because that's what your website is for. You should probably just highlight a few items here on the app, and that they can one click purchase. And these people would have to have PayPal, of course. But I didn't put in all, and all shouldn't be put in. And this final tab of searching would allow them to see the items that are in stock and see a wider variety of things that they can probably visit the website, and also use back the contact us tab to find out more about that item and how they can order besides using PayPal. If there's any other thing that you need me to put in, any information in the about us, any more explanatory steps in the app, you can let me know. I'm going to email you shortly. Um, like I said, this is a very busy process for me, and I usually have more, one or two or three of these things going at the same time. So sorry for the delay, and I will email you with some details about payment, how we can get started if you really indeed are interested, and we can go from there. Okay, thank you very much.